There was a time when Ethan had nothing left. He was a man who had once been full of dreams and ambitions, but life had taken a toll on him. The weight of his failures and the burden of his past mistakes had brought him to his knees. Not a penny in his pocket, not a single coin to his name. He had lost his job, his home, and his sense of purpose. The financial strain was unbearable, and the constant worry about where his next meal would come from consumed him. Not a friend in the world. The people he once called friends had distanced themselves, unable or unwilling to understand his struggles. Loneliness became his constant companion, and the isolation only deepened his despair. He had hit rock bottom, the lowest point in his life, where every day felt like a battle just to survive. The weight of his failures pressed down on him, making it hard to breathe, hard to think, hard to hope. But life has a way of breaking even the strongest among us. It tests our limits, pushes us to the edge, and sometimes it feels like it's too much to bear. Ethan was no exception. He felt shattered, like a broken mirror reflecting a fragmented version of himself. And Ethan was broken. His spirit was crushed, his heart heavy with sorrow. He felt like a shadow of his former self, lost in a world that seemed to have forgotten him. He thought it was the end. The darkness of his thoughts consumed him, and he wondered if there was any point in continuing. The edge of the bridge seemed like a tempting escape, a way to end the pain once and for all. But sometimes, it's only when we're at our lowest that we find the strength to rise again. In the depths of his despair, Ethan found a flicker of hope. A small, fragile spark that reminded him that he was still alive, still capable of change. In that moment, something sparked within him. A realization that he had a choice, that he could either let his circumstances define him, or he could fight to reclaim his life. The sunrise symbolized a new beginning, a chance to start over. A reminder that the darkness couldn't last forever. The light of hope began to pierce through the shadows, illuminating a path forward. It was a path filled with challenges, but also with the promise of redemption. He still had a choice. The power to change his destiny was in his hands. He could choose to remain a victim of his circumstances, or he could take control and forge a new path. The reflection in the mirror showed a man determined to rise above his struggles. Ethan didn't have a miracle, no sudden stroke of luck. There were no shortcuts, no easy solutions. The road to recovery was long and arduous, filled with obstacles and setbacks. But he had something even more powerful, a will to survive, to overcome, to rise. He began to take small steps towards rebuilding his life. He searched for job opportunities, devoured self-help books, and sought out resources that could aid in his recovery. He started to take care of his physical health, understanding that a strong body could support a strong mind. He spent hours at the gym, pushing his limits, and working late into the night to improve his skills and knowledge. 1 year later, Ethan was not the man he used to be. The transformation was remarkable. He walked with confidence, his head held high, and a smile that radiated hope and determination. He was stronger, wiser, more determined. The trials he had faced had forged him into a resilient individual, capable of facing any challenge that came his way. He had turned his pain into power, his struggles into strength. He began to share his story, inspiring others who were going through similar hardships. His journey became a beacon of hope for those who felt lost and defeated. He climbed the steep hills of life, overcoming obstacles that once seemed insurmountable. Each victory, no matter how small, fueled his determination to keep pushing forward. Remember, life will knock you down. It's inevitable. There will be moments when you feel like you can't go on, when the weight of the world seems too heavy to bear. But when you hit the ground, you have two choices: stay down or get back up. Ethan chose to rise. He made the conscious decision to fight for his life, to reclaim his future. What will you choose? The power to change your life lies within you. It's not about waiting for a miracle or a stroke of luck. It's about finding the strength within yourself to rise above your circumstances, to fight for your dreams, and to never give up. Every day we are faced with choices. Some are small, some are life-changing, but each choice shapes our destiny. Will you choose to stay down, or will you choose to rise? The decision is yours.